Yeah, I wish I had my wine. I might have to go get it. So
Go,
hey,
girl, go get it whenever you're ready.
yeah,
Yeah,
let me get into this intro. You
I'll
hold that fort.
ramble. I'll ramble while you go get your wine.
Well, first, let me introduce us. In case this is the first time you're tuning in, we are the Madness Collective. We do our best to recap these crazy ass headlines. You're welcome. Okay, so tonight, of course, we're gonna cover Oscars, but first, where is Kate Middleton okay? Because I was really not trying to check for the story, but y'all forcing us to check for the story, so
Mm.
we gonna try and talk about it. Okay. Also, are there rules to losing weight? Should everybody be able to use Ozempic? Eli Lilly doesn't think so. Also, speaking of Kate's, turns out that that senator lady was not being honest.
No.
Also, SNL got her good. It was excellent.
It was good.
Go ahead, Scarlett Johansson. Woo-woo. Okay, so all that more on this episode of Madness Collective. Ooh, I am hot. So I'm for those who are not usually watching us on the everyday that we're on, because we're on a lot now. I'm in Indiana at my mama's house, so that's why the backdrop looks the way it looks. And I haven't yet figured out how to deal with this air situation. Because this is an old house, so I can't just flip shit on easily, and then we're struggling. So I'm gonna get there. Who's in the chat? Hey, Karen. What's up? Oh, you guys, I love the militia. You guys are so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Okay, we dive it in. Okay.
Oh, wait, Preston, do you see this now? It's a new feature. It's showing when they showed up.
No, wait, what? Who?
The lower right-hand corner of the comments, it shows when they popped up in the chat.
Oh, kind of.
That wasn't there before.
I don't know.
It says 1 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah, that's a new feature.
Okay, Evie Mux.
Yeah, too little, too late, niggas. We got a new computer.
Moving on up. That's what we doing.
Yup.
All right, so I don't know who of our crew is paying attention to this Kate Middleton shit, but I told Antoine I was really trying to ignore it. I mean, like I was kind of casually paying attention, but after the way they did Harry and Meghan, I don't fucking care. I ain't checking for y'all. However, this shit is a mess, okay?
It is.
Just in terms of a timeline, the last time we saw Kate in any official capacity was Christmas, all right? So then in January, we were told that she was going in for abdominal surgery. She was going to be in the hospital for like 2 weeks, and she was going to go home to recover. Okay. And that she would not return to public duty until after Easter. Here's the thing about that. I'm like, okay, fine, right? Like they said, she ain't going to be doing shit until after Easter. Honestly, I didn't think that much about it. Same day, though, hours later, news that King Charles, I was about to say Charles King, because that's somebody I didn't realize. Because King Charles sounds weird. I'm so used to saying Queen Elizabeth.
It does,
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you for real, King? So I love this, right? So initially, hours later, they said King Charles had a prostate procedure, right? So then in February, we were told that he has cancer, right? I'm sorry, a form of cancer. William goes to an event, a public event by himself, and then he pulls out of another event later that month, right? The speculation online starts to just bubble. Cats are like, yo, what the fuck? Where is Kate? What's going on? So then this month, March 5th, there's a grainy paparazzi shot.
I didn't even bother including it.
It's okay.
Can't see shit. It is her though. It is her. You can tell from the profile it's her.
If the one is, this is the one though of Kate in the car with her mother. That was the first shot.
Oh, I saw the one with her in the car with William. That's definitely her. I didn't see the one with her and her mother.
Right. So March 5th, that's when that one came out, and that was like the first time that anybody has set eyes on her. But it was a similar thing. You couldn't quite see her the same way the one.
Yeah.
Right. So then the one. Okay, and this is what, via NPR, they said the photos show a woman wearing sunglasses in the passenger seat of an SUV driven by Kate's mother. So they still, like, everybody's shady. NPR is shady.
Yeah.
Shady. So then March 10th, which was yesterday, Mother's Day in the UK, which had me all thrown off. I was like, have I missed something? What is happening? So then, yeah, so today they released the photo. No, sorry. That's what drummed off all the latest controversy. Yesterday, Mother's Day, they released a photo of Kate with the 3 kids. I glanced at it. I was like, okay.
Let me go back. Let me pull it up.
So that picture. And here's the thing. my first impression, I looked at it, I was like, okay, I was like, she looked real healthy for somebody who's been like in hiding for like the last like 2 months, right? I was like, okay. But again,
yeah, I immediately, as a graphic designer, I looked at this, I said, that bitch is photoshopped into this photo. All the choices are wrong. Like, you wouldn't, this photo is so fucking strange. The pose is weird. Her head is floating in the middle. It's not a flattering photo of her with the kids. It's like, why would you release this one? They released this one because this was easy to Photoshop, and to the untrained eye, it would pass. But no, the little girls, and damn, William got some strong genes because they don't look like they got nothing from their mama. They look just like him. Yeah, the little girl's skirt, they're adorable though. The little girl's skirt looks weird the way it's wrinkled near the brother's hand. And then the other little boy on the far left, his fingers are twisted like he throwing up West Side, like on the.
I did catch that later.
Which is odd. And the pose, because you can. It's even more odd when you see it the full thing, because we have a square format here, you can't see her legs. But when you zoom in, like. Over here, look, I'm trying to no, I can't, it's this way, shit. Over here, right there, yes. Like, it's blurry.
I didn't say that's blurry.
It's blurry because somebody went in and doctored it to try and make it look more natural, because they took her head off another photo and placed it right there, so they blurred it to make a false shadow. It's fake.
So to that point, so today, as Antoine noted, yesterday, between yesterday and today, cats were like, what the fuck is this? This is not a real photo. Mm-mm. So it got people started like really like talking about it. And so the news agencies had to kill that shit. They were like, we retract this photo. They were like, AP was like, we do not print photos that we know have been manipulated.
Yes.
Now that we are aware, we got to pull it. And so then she released a statement. That's what happened today. So Kate released a statement that said, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused.
You about to be the fucking Queen of England, and you over here editing photos like a Kardashian. Girl, you need more people. They are so fucking strategic with everything. And this just makes no sense. It was also, I would think when you are in the public eye like the royals are, I would think you would be able to spot an inconsistency in a photo. So when she finished this, and handed it over, because I do not believe Kate Middleton has access to wherever these things are posted where she just, oh, that's cute, and it just goes out. Absolutely not. They have a whole fucking team. So it's not making sense. The fact that this got past whoever censors everything, like, I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, this is bad.
So then the other thing was, like we were talking about, so she releases the statement, and then a picture comes up, another photo gets released of her in the car with William. But again, it's still not like a straight on shot of her, right? Her face is turned away from the window from wherever like the paparazzi is. So cats are like, okay, so that's just a woman with some dark hair. Like, stop it.
Yeah, the profile looked like her to me, the cheekbones and everything. But today, like, I done played around with AI now, if you particular way, because I've been trying to make some shit with me and Crescent. It is prejudice against niggas. Black features, it's hard to get what you want out of it. But white people, you can create whatever. The only reason I trust the picture today is because they didn't release that photo. That was a photo taken by a paparazzi, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that's why I believe that is actually her.
So what we're looking at right now is what another kind of, I think, graphic designer or photographer lady, she pieced it together that they probably pulled the picture from this Vogue cover. Sorry, this is so. Here Here it
It's
is.
crazy.
My analysis of the Kate Middleton photo saga is that they took her face from the Vogue cover she did years ago and edited it in.
And she superimposed it on top of the doctored photo that she released for Mother's Day, and the face fits over it perfectly. I will say, though, again, having a background in this, it's not the same photo.
Okay.
She is one of those people that smiles the same way in every photo, and because there are a gazillion photos of her, if you find 10 of them and they're straight on, you tilt it a little bit because the lighting is different. And with there being so many other photos available that match the lighting, it's just easy to find one that matches. But it
continued, and I figured I was like, I don't know, but I was like, I want Antoine to weigh in on this whole Vogue cover thing. But the other thing that happened, before that one, the other thing that was going on, this one, thank you. Kate goes missing. AI doctored image drops. Now his side piece getting a PR run. There are signs. So this is Lady Rose Hanbury, who people keep saying. Then I saw a tweet right before we started that said, "Oh my God! Now they're alleging that she got a baby by him."
Oh, I'm gonna start calling her the new Camilla. New Camilla. She probably gonna be the queen.
My God, they are so running wild with this on the internet. And so then, this other woman, hold on, I don't know if I sent you this one or not. No, it's okay. But yeah, we can go to the one so another woman pointed out, Victoria Brownworth, who I follow on Twitter. That's the one with Meghan and Kate, that picture. All right, I need some water.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah. So she said, no one wants to hear this, but if the firm at Buckingham Palace hadn't driven Meghan Markle to contemplating suicide while she was pregnant, maybe the whole world would be questioning the state of Kate Middleton's well-being. Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
They're like, we can't trust y'all to be like carefully taken care of. Like, look, she's not destined for the throne. It's William and then his kids. So they're like, you are expendable. We know how they do.
Yeah.
And then last tweet was where'd it go? Sorry, we got a lot going on. Oh, but I will say about today's thing, today's photo. Someone said they seen clear pictures of UFOs and Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
This woman named Joyce Vance, who was on MSNBC a lot, she's a former U.S. attorney. She's a law professor. She said, I consider myself a serious person, but I keep clicking on this trending Kate Middleton link. I cannot help myself.
Because they're so visible. Like, you went in for routine surgery and you gone for 4 months. That's just not. No, that's not computing properly. Something is wrong. Because even there's a way to do this because the public is so rabid for content from the royals, particularly on the No. It almost, and sadly, I hope she's okay and that they're not hiding something more serious, because we already got a taste of that. They tried to do that with King Charles. I believe when he went in for the initial thing that they said was prostate, whatever, I think they knew what was up then. They just they were figuring out how to scramble and, regroup and figure out how to release that information to the public, because this shit is just, when you take all of this shit, the Queen dies, King Charles and Camilla, whatever the fuck her title is, I call her Queen Camilla. You got that, then the shit with the brothers, then the shit with Meghan, and now the king, he ain't even been king for 2-3 years, and it's looking like that ain't gonna last long because he old as fuck already.
Has it even been a year yet?
I don't think it has been. So
I think he got last summer.
Yeah. So the fact that, God willing, he's around for a while, but it's not looking good at this point. I mean, just think when you had King William and Kate Middleton, and then you still got the redheaded stepchild floating around with Meghan Markle. I mean, it's just gonna be drama, 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 and bitch, I'm gonna be here for all of it.
Somebody said, another tweet I saw said, Queen Elizabeth was holding this shit together in the palm of her hand. And now that she's gone, everything
Yep.
is just a hot ass mess.
So true.
So Tony said this is all rushed because the frenzy won't die down. They won't let this lady heal in peace. Plus, she's not in the line. They can have a dearth of info with her in a way that they can't with Charles. Well, the other thing too is, with the way that they have been trying to be protective of her privacy and be protective of her generally, is exactly what they were not doing with Meghan, right?
Yeah.
Like they were not being protective of Meghan. They were not coming forward and just defending her when all this other shit was floating out there. So
yeah,
how drastic the difference is and how the two women were treated. I'm so happy Meghan dipped out. Somebody else said, I'm so happy Harry and Meghan went to go stay with Medea because
But you know what? Unfortunately for those two, you niggas are in America now, and you got to keep us titillated. Y'all know I love using the word titillated. Y'all got to keep us titillated. Like, it needs to be some scandals or some shit because all them deals done fell through. Everybody, Apple, Megan's podcast is gone. They're like, yeah, y'all kind of boring after we got all the tea. Like, you know, what the fuck else is up? I think they had a Netflix deal that now is off the table.
I mean, somebody gonna give them another. They gonna roll into something. I'm not even concerned about that.
Yeah.
But look, here's the thing. Clearly across the pond, it's enough drama for everybody. And so just because everybody keeps saying, see what y'all did, y'all should have kept Harry in the mix. See?
I mean, what does his, because I don't even know what his title is now, but when his brother becomes king, doesn't his title change? Him and Meghan, their titles change. And his kids too, all them titles change.
So somebody in the chat, hey Militia, y'all, if y'all know, let us know. So moving on to Oscars. All right. I had fun watching, I'll say that. So Oppenheimer got a total of 7 wins. I think it was 7. Poor Things got 4 wins. So I actually finished watching Poor Things yesterday, right before the Oscars started. And I was like, this is a weird ass movie.
It is.
But I was going to say the acting was fire. Like, I mean, Emma Stone, I get it. Like, I get it.
A lot of people,
won, but
without having seen it, the only movie I saw out of all of them was Barbie. But without having seen it and listening to so much NPR, because I just listened to her interview. They interviewed Mark Ruffalo and Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
They just seem like genuinely nice people. But the interviewer was asking, because Emma Stone I think she was homeschooled. She really wanted to be an actress. And when she was like 11, she told her parents, like, will y'all take me to LA so I could be an actress? And her parents did it. And she, it worked. But the interviewer was making a correlation between her upbringing and the character she portrayed in the movie. And basically, the character in the movie is really strange. It's like, this woman dies and then they put like a undeveloped baby brain in her. It's some crazy shit. I don't want
to tell the whole story, but yes.
Yeah, but you know what? Every time I've heard about it, they give that part. They say that part, so they act like it's not a spoiler. That's the reason I feel.
Oh, because I didn't know that going in.
It's been everywhere.
A long time ago. And
they lead off saying this is what it's about, and then we're not gonna give everything away. So they said it's like a treatise on women being able to live their lives without the shame that society puts on them. Since she didn't grow up with all of those standards, she would fuck somebody and be like, I fucked them and it was fun. And they're like, you can't just be going around fucking people. You're a lady. Ladies behave a certain way. And she's like, I didn't think it was bad. Like, it was fun. I might do it again. So
she called it furiously jumping.
Yeah. So that part, that made me want to watch the movie, because when I heard the first part, I'm like, it sounds like Frankenstein. We've had a bunch of Frankensteins. But when I heard that part, I'm like, oh, you give it, it's a dual meaning in the movie. So yeah, I'll definitely go watch it.
I'll say yes, unencumbered, right? Like her discovery of herself.
Right.
However, there's a turn that it takes with regard to that, and women in that era and what you got to do to make money. And I didn't like that. Like,
oh, of course,
I didn't appreciate it. Okay, so this is where we go, because I saw that coming. Honestly,
yeah.
Like, okay, so once there's no money because she's on this grand adventure with this fucking crazy ass lawyer dude, then what happens? Well, you know what happens. And so the way it plays out though, that part of it was interesting, right? Like her
Yeah.
perspective on that. And also it's like she thankfully ended up in an establishment that wasn't run by like a crazy person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the elements of it. It was just I kept watching it like I want to start watching this, but I can't.
Yeah.
I need to know how it turns out. And by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, okay, this was exceptional. I get it. Still uncomfortable and weird, but yeah. So
I think that's what that is. Those projects are the ones that are going. They're the darlings of the Oscars because so many movies follow the same tropes. And when you come out of the box with some shit that makes people go, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And then you put good actors in it, and the writing is solid, you're almost guaranteed to be nominated. But I'll tell you the one thing I did notice: the older I get, the more I am able to appreciate a movie on a pure level of aesthetics. And I saw clips of the cinematography from it. That's what made me want to watch Moonlight. The cinematography in Moonlight, I was like, I gotta see it. I'm taking screenshots of this shit so that I'm inspired when I'm working on shit. You know,
it is visually stunning. Like, it's visually stunning. And then, Lily Gladstone is the name I was trying to get out of my mouth. I do think a lot of people thought she was gonna get it, but after I watched Poor Things, I was like, I don't know. Emma might get it, and it turned out to be Emma. And then,
and the thing about it is, it's not an upset. It's like if either one of them won, everybody would have been like she deserved it. So yeah, it's fine.
I haven't been able to bring myself to watch Killers of the Flower Moon yet because it's gonna make me angry.
Also, because you do a show 3 nights a week, you trying to figure out where the fuck you go fit them 3 hours of leisure time into your busy ass schedule.
Nigga, that's me and Oppenheimer. I was like, I could have never watched this in a theater. Ever. Never. And so, look, hello, y'all. And Jimmy Kimmel said it last night. These 3-hour joints, no, I'm going to need a motherfucking intermission because motherfuckers got to go to the bathroom. This is not okay. So, happy I watched it at home. Also, exceptional film. After I stopped trying to figure out the science, I was like, girl, let this go. I was like, you smart, but you ain't that level smart. You know what I mean? You ain't that direction smart. Let this go.
Oh my God.
Trying to get the big picture of it. And then Robert Downey Jr., again, not surprised he got it because that play out, I was like, oh, wow. And so I didn't even know it was him right away. Like out the gate, I was like, why does that voice sound familiar? I was like, is that Robert Downey Jr.? Oh my God. So good.
This was his first. All these people, it was their first Oscar, right?
It was a huge number of them. Yes, Killian, him, Emma's her second. Divine, who I'm gonna get to in a second.
Did Emma get one for La La Land?
I think so. I think that was her first one.
Okay, so Robert this is where like it's so problematic to me because how the fuck is it 2024 and Robert Downey Jr. just got an award? And because he's one of the greatest living actors in my opinion. He's really versatile. But Jimmy was trash. I normally like Jimmy, but don't make fun of that shit.
So we gonna get to that.
Okay.
First of all, though, Colin talking about telling Sarah and Jason they can skip Oppenheimer. I disagree. I disagree. But I have other friends who are like, it was way too white. And I was like, the only thing that for me, it was the history of it. So that's why I was able to get past it because it's very, very, very white.
Yeah, but, you can't throw niggas in it just because it was very white. It was a very white time in America. Look, nigga, you talking pre-Civil Rights Act, pre-Voting Rights Act? Yeah, that's why we're not visible in that movie. We ain't have nothing.
Look, and I'm okay with that. Y'all's fucking radiation and shit, and like, no, y'all do you. It's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Look, I was just happy to see some women in there with some like legit roles. I was like, okay, thank you, right? So, no, I think it's again. But if I'm a history nerd, so it's just like, and then the way it's told, that was the other thing tripping me up. I was like, what fucking year is it right now? Because he kept jumping in between different parts, and also
that's a new style of cinema. It's cute sometimes, but every TV show, every movie, everything is non-linear storytelling and multiverse. I need them to get away from that. It's getting old.
Yeah, it was a lot given what you were already trying to focus on with Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, okay, is it 1932? Is it 1945? Are we in 1950 something with this hearing? Like, but once I figured that
Mm-hmm.
out, I was like, okay, got it. I'm with you. So I'm gonna quickly talk. I wasn't planning to spend this much time talking about the actual movies because I want to talk about like stuff that happened at the event. I mean, at the Oscars itself. Lisa said, I still haven't seen Barbie, but I bought a black Barbie doll with a huge afro today. Does that count? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Because Crescent loved the movie. In my opinion, your money was better spent on the doll than the movie. I do have to rewatch it though, because I did watch that movie, and my mama was sitting next to me, and she don't shut the fuck up talking during movies. It's embarrassing. So to be fair, I'm gonna rewatch it, and then see how I feel about it.
So, I just because Karen's comment, I spent most of Oppenheimer going as SNL. So me too. Like, I was like, oh my god, is that? Yeah, same. Which I love. So yes, I did enjoy Barbie. I did not see it last summer. I actually saw it like about a month ago, like a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
And because I too realized that I'm dealing with an existential crisis. So I was like, it just spoke to me, I think, in a different way, seeing it
Mm-hmm.
like a couple weeks ago than it would have last summer. And I was at home, so I could pause and go pee because that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I just loved, again, in terms of originality of telling that story. Because when I first heard this was coming out, I was like, I don't want to see this shit. This is about to be some old, white woman. I'm like, I don't care, like fluffy, whatever. And then my friends were like, no. It's a whole level.
Yeah.
And then just from a storytelling perspective, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I love that level of creativity. And then the different representations of Barbie. Oh, it was just great. So I really did enjoy that. Okay. So, all right, moving on to like events that happened. So Divine Joy Randolph's her acceptance speech was just awesomeness of personified.
I teared up doing that shit. I was looking. I was back. I was the only dude there. I was follow
No,
your fucking dream.
I know. And then I was trying not to have all these notes, but I'm sorry because I want to skip to this 1 second part of what she said. She was funny when she said, they told me not to thank my publicist, but I'm thanking my publicist. When she said, I prayed for so long, I've always wanted to be different, but now I realize that I just need to be myself. Thank you for seeing
Yes.
me. Yeah. And then,
When the mama said, "Go over there, there's something there for you in that theater." It's
yes.
something else. You know what? What's in my head when the person in my head who said that to that woman, and this is crazy because she's been problematic, Monique. It sounded like something, baby.
It did.
You walk your thick ass across that street. You're beautiful. Your beautiful thick ass. Walk it across that street. It's something in there for you, baby. It's something
Yeah.
inside that building for you.
And so if you're not familiar, so she initially was a singer, and she said her mom told her like to go across streets to a theater group or like acting school or something. She was like, go do that because there's, as Antoine said, something in there for you. And so when she said, when I was the only black girl in that class, when you saw me talking about a mentor and you told me I was enough, and when I told you I don't see myself, you said that's fine. We're gonna forge our own path, and you're gonna lay a trail for yourself.
I'm about to cry again.
I know. It was just beautiful. Like I just loved it.
Also, in the wake of, I'm not forgetting, this is in the wake of the Big Back comments. Sorry, it is. That's looming over it.
Thank you.
And it just goes to show that has nothing to do with excellence, opportunity, has nothing to do with stupidity, gullibility. It has nothing to do with it. So, yeah, just wanted to point that out.
She has such a presence.
Yes.
I love it. I love her energy. And Lupita's introduction of her was beautiful. I mean, I started crying. I was about to start crying then. And then also, I didn't know this because so that was the one movie I didn't get a chance to watch this weekend that I really did want to watch, which I still am, mainly because of her. That she wore her grandmother's glasses in the film. I was just like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So just in case you were not clear, she won Best Supporting Actress for The Holdovers. So,
did y'all see Paul was bawling his eyes out when the camera went over to him, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him too. He can do no wrong in my book.
He's good people.
Yeah.
But look, unproblematic white man. We like those. Thank you.
Yep.
Speaking of Ryan Gosling, oh my God, that performance of I'm Just Ken, that shit was magical. I loved it.
I do not understand the song, the performance, do nothing for me. So, and you know what? Hey, his eyeliner was popping though. I'm here for it. These men out here saying, fuck it, I'll put some concealer on. I love it.
So if I hadn't seen the movie, it probably wouldn't have landed as well as it did, because I'd been like, okay, this is cute, I don't get it. But having seen the film and then recreating it, and then other thing too is the energy of it. He was singing, right? That was his voice.
He can sing. He's got a good voice.
So, and I think that was what threw off. I won't say threw off, but somebody was like, oh God, what's that one boy's name? Oh, somebody said Justin Timberlake better be happy Ryan Gosling chose acting.
Oh yeah, because they brought all them on the Mickey Mouse Club together.
And then what was also circulating on Twitter was when they did one of Jodeci's songs back in the day when they were on Mickey Mouse Club or one of them.
Oh, I need to see this.
Oh, yeah, and Ryan was taking lead. Okay, like they were like,
I bet it was Stay. That sounded like the song it would have been.
I'm gonna double check. Ryan said somebody was like, Ryan been that dude. Okay, don't sleep. Do not sleep.
Well, real quick, Caleb. So Caleb, I'll put it up. Yeah. So it's funny you should say that, Caleb. So
Caleb said, Antoine, you weren't turned on. Okay,
right. It's funny you should say that because we were watching it. I'm watching it with 3 of my girls. And I was explaining to them that Ryan Gosling is one of those men where his reputation and his swag and his personality are what define his sexiness to women. Mm-hmm. Because this is no shade, but it's 100% true. If you remove all of that and he walks past you on the street, I'm sorry, nobody's going to turn their head. Nobody's going to say, I don't believe it. If you take the fucking notebook out of your memory, he will walk past you and you will say, oh, it's an average looking, long face ass motherfucker walking past me. I'm telling you, it is everything else. And also, what also helps him is like, they got footage of this nigga helping people that have been hit by cars, giving money to homeless people. And, he married a bad bitch too, that's a woman of color. So he has literally never done anything to make anybody angry. He's just So I say this because, again, this speaks to the Charlemagne controversy. What you look like does not define how you are perceived by other people. Yeah. And he, just like Risa Tisa, is not defined by her outward appearance. Ryan Gosling is an even more extreme version of it because, yeah, he's an average looking dude. And it's funny because somebody told me I forget who I was talking to, and we were like, it's funny how if you ask gay dudes who's good looking and you ask a straight dude who he thinks is a good looking guy, straight men are going to say, well, like Ryan Gosling. No gay dude is going to say that.
Okay.
Because the gay dude is purely going on aesthetics. He ain't going by all that baggage that's attached to the actor. So yeah, but he's a lovely person. He's a lovely person. He
really is good people. So it was Cry for You. I just dropped a link to the YouTube video in the chat.
Okay.
And Justin is a part of it. It's Justin, JC, somebody else. So they are, because it's a Jodeci song, they're taking turns singing lead. But Ryan was all up in the mix doing his thing.
Oh, and Crescent, the reason we unfortunately because I try not to judge people by what they look like, but I'm a shady homosexual, so it's gonna happen from time to time. So the reason what he looks like came up was because 2 of the women that I watched it with were not fans of the Barbie movie, and we immediately started talking about whether or not aesthetically they were cast properly. And I was like, when I think of a Ken doll, I do not think of somebody that looks like Ryan Gosling. So that's why what he looks like became a part of the discussion at any rate. Yeah.
I don't know. Sort of. Yeah, whatever.
Stop thinking about La La Land and the goddamn Notebook. You'll understand me.
Oh, I refuse to see La La Land. Refuse.
I've never seen it either.
Fucking refuse. Absolutely.
I've never seen The Notebook.
I've seen. Notebook is great, but yeah, La La Land, I was like, no, thank you. Jazz, and there's not enough black people in there. I'm not doing this. I was not doing that. Karen said there's so many actors who are sexy as fuck but aren't particularly cute. Pedro Pascal is hot like fire, but he's scruffy.
Look, I would fuck the shit out of Pedro Pascal, but if
I will fight you.
Yes, but he's another one. Like he's not like smoking hot physically, like in terms of handsomeness, but everything else, like I would jump over Brad Pitt to get to Pedro. I would kick Brad Pitt in the fucking face.
Okay, moving on. Other highlights for me were, I keep saying, the little princess in her princess dress and her 1,000-watt smile. Young Miss Portia Brinkner. She was in The Last Repair Shop, which is a short documentary that, of course, I did not hear about until last night. So,
shit.
It's okay.
I don't know how. Yeah, while we're talking, I'm just gonna go through the outfits, and you can continue talking. If you see one, just comment.
Okay. So The Last Repair Shop, love her, is a short documentary about bringing broken instruments back to life for thousands of students in Los Angeles School District. So this is actually, Los Angeles is one of the only school districts in the country to supply musical equipment to students free of charge.
For free, yeah.
Which I fucking love.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was just in her blue and just smiling and just walking down an aisle. And someone on Twitter was like, this is what all Black girls should receive all times. This is this energy, this just like applause. And you could just tell her, again, her energy and her smile. She was just gorgeous. And then what I also loved is, I think Alicia Keys' hairdresser donated her time and did her hair.
Oh, nice.
Like, people chipped in because, look, their family is like, her mom, I think, is a domestic. I think, like they're working class. And so,
yeah,
like, yeah, y'all get to go to the Oscars. It was like, okay, but
can I wear something from Marshalls? Like, that's basically what,
Yeah. And so like somebody, basically donated to buy her dress, and, it was basically a community effort. And that's what it is. Her mom.
That's awesome.
Her mom put out the bad signal and everybody was like, oh no, we got you, so.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too. I was like, that was just a beautiful story.
This outfit was offensive to me. Fire your stylist. The hair ain't right. None of it is. It's all wrong.
I love Melissa McCarthy too. And
I love her.
I don't like this outfit.
It's trash. It's trash.
Why did we do this?
It's trash. You know what? So
yes.
I don't know what it is. It's his face.
Okay.
He has such a unique face. He could pass for Indian, Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Asian. Yeah. He could pass for so many different things. He just got a really nice face, but he showed up looking like he was about to star in the Morpheus spinoff from the Matrix.
I'm giving Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh, this is my baby right here.
Hey, Sterling. Oh my God. Him and Ryan. I just love them. They're just amazing people. So I was trying to double check something.
That mascara is popping, nigga. Popping.
Oh my God.
I loved Regina's hair, and we had a debate about it because some of the other girls were like, maybe she should have slicked it down or whatever. I'm like, I was like, to me, this is almost like a black girl messy bun type look.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
It's also just good to see her out, and she has Shirley Chisholm is about to come out. I think on Netflix.
Yep.
Is it Netflix?
I think it is Netflix.
Okay. I wanted to clarify the child's mother. So yes, she is a house cleaner. I just wanted to be clear.
Wow.
The conversation out here about migrants and immigrants, I'm like,
you got to be careful.
I'm like, I just want to be very supportive of everybody's family. Cause
is Ava on them shots? I don't remember her being this slim.
So she's actually been this slim. So I don't think, like within the last year or two. So I don't think it's the Ozempic situation. I just think she is gotten with a trainer and a chef. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I had somebody cooking my food and making. I love that his mom comes with him everywhere, because who knows who the chick of the week is. So I think it makes sense to just bring your mom.
Remember him and Zoe were dating? And she made a comment about his mother being hovering all the time, I think. I remember something about that. All the men, it's not something I'm a fan of, but I like it when men take chances when it comes to fashion. Okay. All the men had these wide-legged pants. You can't see it in this photo, but he had them. Robert Downey Jr. has worn them a bunch. It's part of his style. Coleman wears them, and he wears them fairly regularly too. But so did Phineas. Oh, did you see that pop up?
The down that
The
negative?
thumbs up. What is that from?
I don't know. Hold on.
Wait, what did that come up? What the fuck? What is happening?
I'm trying to click on comments.
No, Jesus, I don't. It almost looked like I did a gesture and made it come up or something. Who the fuck knows? Yeah. So the wide-legged pants were a look throughout the night. Yeah, her work done settled. It looks good.
She did look really lovely. She looked very lovely.
But it'd be killing me like, this woman got a new face and she out here talking about, you get older, your bone structure. I'm like, girl, it's settled. It's fine. It looks good. It's a Kylie Jenner pouty. She was more of a girl next door and she giving sexy, like, sex pot, like Marilyn Monroe type shit right here. That was not your look before. It's good work, though. It's good work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love America.
Okay, so thank you. So Kate McKinnon, America, their bit about Jurassic Park and Jeff Goldblum and then Dr. Spielberg, that shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Cracked up about that. Love Lupita.
I loved her outfit. She always gets it right, though.
Yes. Also, another favorite moment for me was, I love these two. They're great.
Me too.
I love the Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger with, you can just keep it going. Just keep going. Just keep it pushing. Keep going. Keep going.
Is it scaring you? Is that what's happening?
Well, did she have her septum piercing in for this? Or she brought that down for because she had that on when she went on stage.
I think the angle is making it so we can't see it. I think she has it in there. I believe
it was hella pronounced. Like
it was. So, I think when I saw it, I'm like, well, that's a choice. But I believe in the movie Wicked, she's completely green. They're still filming that movie. I think that's why everything is shaved, because her whole body is green in the movie. I don't think she made a choice to shave all her eyebrows and hair off just as a fashion statement. I think that's why she dressed up like this.
So
I love the dress.
She has a beautiful voice.
You a mess. Stop trying to act like you like her when you don't. I love this one too. I think this was flattering. I liked her outfit.
I did too. I love her too. She's just another one.
She got good energy.
Yeah. I love Billie Eilish.
Me too.
I like that she's changing the style from the baggy.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Not that I had a problem with it. Do you, girl? But I do like that we're changing it up. So.
She's normally dressed like a bag of Skittles, so it's cool. It's cool. I put her on here because she starred in that goddamn series that we watched. With the crazy woman, remember Quinn from Scandal was in it.
Wait, which one? She wasn't in the chess movie? Is that the chess series chick?
No, ain't she the girl? Remember it was that series we watched about, you the one told me about it. Me, you and Danielle talked about it. It aired maybe 2 years ago. The girl she was foreign and she came here and she tricked everybody.
Oh, Anna Delvey.
Isn't that her?
Is it? I didn't think this is her, but let me see. Hold on. Let's double check. Inventing Anna.
Yeah, I thought that was her. No, that's a different actress.
Yeah, no, this is Julia Garner.
Yeah, this is the chess woman. This is the chess woman.
Yeah, I was like, this is the lady who did chess.
Okay, yeah, then I shouldn't have put her, because this is basically people of color and white people we fuck with, because it was too many. It was like 150 images. I said, I ain't put all them in here. Oh, that's Goonies. Hey, Goonies. Goonies with the comeback.
Oh my God, I love Issa.
This was fly, and she always get it right too, though. I love that dress.
She looks amazing.
And Crescent, see, whenever you start thinking about getting new titties, I'm going to show you this picture, because you can't pull this off with big old titties. You can only... I'm
going to say this. Back in the day, I did want some, but now ain't no way.
Yes.
Don't even worry about it. Okay.
I love this. Love it.
Yeah, she looks great. No, and I agree. Like, streamlined, you know what I'm saying? Just like,
yeah.
You
Yeah, you go see Zendaya at some point. Zendaya pulls it off too. I didn't know she was married to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's not Breaking Bad, dude.
Yes, he is.
What was he? He wasn't one of the. He wasn't Jesse. from Breaking Bad. His name is...
No. When it went crazy, when the bald dude had his workers that worked with him, he was one of them.
Okay, it's been so long since I've seen that, but I know he wasn't the main other dude.
No, not in the beginning. He worked with Saul and the bald dude, and he was psychotic.
We are terrible. But he was just in something else, another like old timey type movie.
He's a great actor.
Plemons.
Yeah, Plemons. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, look. Yeah, CJ's like, the way y'all say, what's her name? Or isn't that the girl from? I know.
We so fucking racist on this show.
I wouldn't even call it racist. We just, hey, it is what it is. You better go back to Coleman.
Okay. Wait. Before we go to Coleman, I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there with the girls, and I said, what the fuck? I said, Vanessa out here thick as hell. I said, she got some butt shots or something. And they said, she's pregnant, nigga. She's pregnant. She's with child.
I cannot. Love him. He can never do no wrong. I don't care. Whatever. He can wear a toga, and I'd be like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, Jason said Billie Eilish used to dress like Big Pun. You in a timeout, Jason.
She did.
You in a timeout. Wait,
she did though.
Was Oprah not there? I guess she wasn't, huh?
She wasn't in none of our images. None of the ones I found.
Wait, Kristen said we so old and black. Kristen.
I don't even know this man's name, but he's a well-built Asian nigga. I said I would sleep with him.
Oh my God. Wait, okay. So, all right, because we're going to move on from this.
Okay, so, I don't know who this is either, but he cute. She look ethnic. That's Marley Maitland. She's still, I think, the youngest person to ever win an Oscar.
Is she?
Yeah, you know, she's the woman. She's deaf. Yes. She plays a lot of
that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I love him.
They said they talk shit about him after the Barbie movie. They said he was acting funny on set, and him and Ryan don't really like each other and shit.
No,
yeah, they found some old, like, you know, motherfuckers always get in trouble for that old shit. They go into the internet time machine. You think you done deleted some shit, and it comes up with, you said I love niggas or something. I don't know what it was he said. It wasn't that. It was something I think mildly homophobic.
Oh.
And yeah, it hurt his career.
Wait. Look, I stand by anything I said. So if you go dig up on like Madness Collective and Crescent Muhammad, bet I said it.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily I don't tweet much. So I brought her up because this is Julianne Hough, right?
Yes.
That's from the Orange is New Black, right?
Sure. I know she dated Ryan Seacrest. That's all I know.
Okay.
I mean, she's in stuff. She seems lovely.
Oh, so I wanted to point. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know who this lady is, but god damn, I gotta show y'all the bottom part. Somebody said I ain't skipping leg day. Them legs on fire, nigga.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry because we are getting so clown with like, who was that? What'd she do? Where was they at?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Zendaya's always served.
Woo!
Always
serving.
Always.
Serving.
Woo. I don't think she was in Orange is the New Black. She's a singer dancer person.
Oh, okay. These guys are from Reservation Dogs.
Oh,
I think they're Native American.
Okay.
And I think that's Rita Moreno, and she's 92. I had no idea. And she Puerto Rican, so
love it.
Killing it.
Love it.
And that's Eva Longoria.
Yes.
She was killing it. And y'all know who that is.
Hold on. I'm still stuck on what this woman was in. Yeah, not that. Oh, yeah. I didn't love the hairstyle.
No,
nor the dress.
He normally takes more chances, and I wasn't crazy about that dress either. And I mean, now we calling her the lady who stole Angela Bassett's award.
Wait.
And nigga, I don't know who he is, but put a fucking shirt on. It's the Oscars, nigga. Trying to be spicy out here. I need to see this movie. This is the one about the guy right there is Taiwanese American, and those two women are his grandmothers.
I think have they been in a commercial? Because I feel like I've seen them in a commercial. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, and I guess they ended up like moving in together and being one another's support system later on in life. It just sounded. I heard them talking about it on NPR. It was lovely.
I need to know. I've been on a deep dive trying to figure out what else Julianne Hough was in. Now I got to keep it moving. Lord help me.
Okay, that's the last image. I know it was a lot.
Oh, I can see your slides. That says slide 44.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Okay, wait. Callum said Antoine and Crescent sound like grandparents by
Because I watch YouTube, I watch Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and do you see these balloons?
Yes! What is happening?
It's got something to do with symbols I'm throwing up, I guess. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and then The Good Doctor, and that's about it. Friend of the show, Tracy Taylor Dwyer, is a producer on The Good Doctor this season. It's the last season. So yeah, that's all I watch. So I don't have time to watch movies, because especially with us, giving all our lives over to y'all 3 times a week. So yeah, that's why I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, because I ain't watching none of the movies.
Wait. Okay, so let me finish these people. God help me. So Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger with the Michael Keaton exchange and him still giving great Batman. I was like, yes. Come back and be like older Batman or something, because you were so awesome.
Yeah.
I did think Naked John Cena was funny. I like that sketch. That was
funny. It was funny.
That was funny. Okay, and so I know people were not feeling Jimmy Kimmel. Like, in fact, Emma Stone, I think, called him a prick under her breath.
She did. She definitely did.
But I will say this part. Before this part, I agree with you. I thought the Robert Downey Jr. part, I was like, you didn't need to do that.
That was bad.
Yeah, I was like, that wasn't cool. But this, so at the end, Jimmy Kimmel said, oh, look, we have a post from Orange Hitler's True Social. So, and I quote, has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent, George Slobonopoulos.
Oh.
Rude.
It was.
Jimmy goes, blah, 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 make America great again. Then he says, well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still up. Isn't it past your jail time?
That was solid. That was solid.
I fucking fell out.
That was solid.
Crowd
that was solid.
I was like, and now you've been clowned because you deserve it.
Because I didn't think Jimmy did a bad job. I just didn't like the Robert Downey Jr. joke. Everything else to me was pretty much on par with what he's done before. Because some people were mad about the Cillian Murphy joke. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't even remember that one. Which one?
What he said was, apparent Cillian Murphy has had an issue his entire career because everybody calls him Cillian Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, when he's in dramas, his name is Cillian Murphy, but when he's in a comedy, he goes by Silly M. Murphy. I was like, that's a mal joke, but
joke, if anything.
But people, I guess, particularly people of Irish descent who've had to deal with that name being mispronounced, they were really angry about it. So,
sorry. My name is Crescent. So you can't be out here being sensitive when you got an unusual ass name. I don't give a fuck where you from. Sorry. And also as actors, come on now, you got to come, whatever. Anyway.
Look, I regularly am called Antoine, 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 Aunt Wayne.
That's what Siri calls you.
Yeah, Aunt Wayne. And so I just have to take it because, I got, I'm a bougie, college-educated Negro with a ghetto-ass spelling for his name. And I remember years ago I said, I'm just going to change it, but if I change it, then it's the same as everybody else's name. So mine stands out. That's why, when with in terms of getting like websites, email addresses, and stuff like that, it's easier for me because my name has unique spelling. But yeah.
So super quick, because Jason's asking, what did Jimmy say about Robert Downey Jr.? He made fun of his past drug use, which was in the mid '90s. It was dumb.
He said something alleging too. He was like, Robert Downey Jr. is up for the highest honor tonight, and then something he basically said, well, probably not the highest he's ever been.
But
yeah, and then he doubled down on it. Robert pointed to his nose for some reason. I don't know what that meant. And then Jimmy said something else. He's like, is that like a drug move or something? Like he went in again.
Yeah.
And after that, that's when Robert was just like, he was like, move on.
He literally was like, keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Robert was like, that's a little too on the nose. You know what I'm saying? In terms of
that's what I think he meant. That's what I think he meant by it. But I remember seeing him in an interview. This was when, he had made his comeback. He was solid in that Iron Man role. And somebody interviewed him. And they brought up his drug use in the past. And he was like, really? And the guy was like, well, we just want to talk about it. And he got up. He's like, this interview is over. You have a great day.
Yeah, that was in the mid '90s. Let this man live. Come the fuck on. If he,
we already know.
Fine, but come on.
We already know what happened. It's been plastered everywhere. We know you had a drug. You were heavy into drugs. And to me, more than anything else, it should be celebrated that he turned his life around. If you're going to make a joke, I can see someone, it would still not be that tasteful, but if you're going to make a joke about his drug use, it needs to include the fact that he turned that shit around and became a superhero afterwards. That would land properly if you were trying to be slightly shady at least. But to just reference his drug use and not act like he fucking reached the highest echelon of fucking acting, you can't do that to him.
Didn't like it. I will say this though about the whole Trump thing. So, which I forgot about, but in 2018, Trump wanted his staff to complain to Disney, ABC's parent company, about Kimmel's jokes. So then I did see a tweet that said, Biden has to win so we can keep Jimmy Kimmel alive. Just for that.
I don't think they're gonna ask him back next year. I think they're gonna find somebody else.
And Kristen had a comment that said, it's been time for a new host. But to be honest with you, I don't think he wants to come back. When he was I saw him talking about hosting again. To be honest with you, he seemed like he was over it. I think he's like, can y'all find somebody the fuck else?
I would love for Stephen Colbert to host the Oscars. He'd be perfect for
it. Well, I know he's been slightly problematic. John Mulvaney, is that his name? The one who did the the joke. I know he's problematic though. So
Stephen Colbert to me is perfect because Stephen Colbert can be shady, but he never pushes it.
You're right.
An extreme, because an extreme Stephen Colbert is like a tame version of David Letterman. David Letterman will say some shit he's not supposed to say. Stephen Colbert will toe the line, but he don't push it. So
No, I agree, and he can be shady toward Trump, so I can fuck with it.
Yeah.
The other things that were just awkward, viewers couldn't read the in memoriam tribute. I was like, what? I'm watching. I was like, am I supposed to be what's up with this angle? That was really aggravating.
It was weird.
I didn't understand that. Then Emma Stone's zipper broke right as she was supposed to go on stage.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she moving so awkwardly? And then at the end for Best Picture, Al Pacino got up there and I was like, just mumbled and then said Oppenheimer.
We all were like, and I said, I think he forgot to announce the nominees.
I was like, what is that?
And he basically said, it's almost like he was like, I think it might. It might say Oppenheimer. I'm not even sure.
And everybody is tense not because of the slap, that was different, but because of when they missed, was it Moonlight, right?
Yeah.
I got nervous. I was like, Lord Jesus, please.
So
those moments were a little crazy.
I saw that man. Oh, I must have been. I think I was in LA.
No, Jason, no.
Sometime, he's a problem. Although he is funny, he just for the Oscars. If you don't want any more Robert Downey Jr. type material, you definitely don't want him because he will do it. Within the first 5 years that I was here in LA, and I've been here in May, it'll be 26 years, I think. I was in a restaurant. Fuck, it was Sir.
Oh.
It was Sir.
Okay.
Fuck, I forgot it was at. I'm pretty sure it was Sir. And he was sick. He was having dinner with a bad bitch. But I could not believe, and y'all know I don't shame people for height because I love the spinners and the fire plugs. I've let y'all know that. But
I don't think everybody does know that, but it's cool. Keep going.
I could not believe how short he was. Just me having seen all his material, and when I walked past, because I'm just shy of 6'1", so I'm tall, but I'm not super tall. So yeah, I saw him. I mean, honestly, in my mind, like when I think back on it, I'm like, he must have been like 5'1", 5'2". That's what it felt like when I saw him. I was like, man, the camera really does, make people, bigger and taller.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's my Al Pacino story. I know it ain't that interesting, but hell, I ran into him.
No, it's okay. I had thoughts, but I'm gonna keep pushing. So, okay. Moving on. Well, this ties in because people were on crazy diets to get ready for the Oscars. And Eli Lilly took advantage of that, right? So Eli Lilly has an ad out called The Big Night. And they show a woman, getting dressed with, in one of those type of gowns. And the tag is, don't take the drugs just because you want to look good. Continue on. Some people have been using medicine never meant for them. For the smaller dress or tux, for a big night, for vanity. People whose health is affected by obesity are the reason we work on these medications. It matters who gets them. They were not studied for or not approved for and should not be used for cosmetic weight loss. And at Lilly, we believe it is important that in consultation with your healthcare providers, the right people can get access to these medicines. Antoine, you feel some kind of way?
There is so much to fucking unpack here. So first of all, the first thing I'm going to say is that, do y'all think a single motherfucker saw that commercial and said to themselves, oh my God, that's what I got it for. Let me return it and tell my doctor I don't need it after all because Eli Lilly said that's not what it was designed for.
Wait, okay. They were like, let me put these 5 pounds back on.
Yes. Nobody saw, but low key, I'm going to tell you, I think perhaps they were using reverse psychology on motherfuckers because for anybody that wasn't aware, now it's like, oh, wait a minute. There's some shit out here that I can take so I can fit into this dress for my high school reunion. It's an advertisement for it to do specifically what they're saying it's not designed for.
Who didn't already know that?
I'm just saying.
Oh.
A lot of times, think of this. Everybody knows that Coca-Cola is available at the gas station, but Coca-Cola advertisements are still plastered everywhere. It's a means to keep it in the ether so that nobody ever forgets or is confused about what is available to them so that money, them checks, can keep clearing. So what I'm always fascinated by is you can't run to the Piggly Wiggly and get Ozempic. No. You have to get a prescription from your doctor. Yeah. Why the fuck are y'all telling us about what it's for and what it's not for? Y'all need to be saying this shit to doctors. When you go to Europe, these commercials do not exist. It's against the law. You can't have a talk to your doctor about restless leg syndrome advertisement. You need to tell your doctor what your issues are. You don't need commercials prompting you in terms of what to say. And then the doctors get kickbacks. This commercial was the dumbest thing that I've seen in I don't know how long. It's stupid.
Word I'm looking for, and I was like, I don't know if y'all should have spent money on this.
Nope.
I mean, like, just I understand the point you're making, but this is America. We are very image conscious. Like, come the fuck
Exactly.
on.
Exactly. And there's no shortage. The thing is, this commercial, even though it wouldn't have changed shit, the commercial would have at least been relevant a year and a half to 2 years ago when diabetics could not get their hands on the medication because people were using it for aesthetic reasons. That's not the case anymore. I think we talked about, I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but Nordisk, the company, the company that I think is making the most money off of it, I believe it's a Norwegian company. Yeah, we did talk about it. This shit that company is worth over $800 billion.
Oh, yes, we did.
Because they've added more factories. They have a presence in multiple countries because the demand is so high. So now, if you're diabetic, you can get it. If you got a high school reunion and you need to lose 50 pounds, you can get it. If you are obese and you need medical help, you can get it. And in most cases, there aren't any serious side effects. But I will tell you this. The only reason I would never entertain taking this drug, it affects your appetite. Yeah. And to me, like, I don't want nothing affecting my appetite, my sex drive, to me, that affects your personality to a certain extent. So if you are in a position where your weight can induce some sort of medical harm, then of course, fuck all that. Yeah, take it. But I just don't like the idea of fucking with something that is an innate part of me being a human being. That scares me. And it's not judgment on anybody else.
No, I just, look, if somebody wants to take to lose 5 or 10, whatever the fuck, like, my concern would be, I already take enough medication for other shit. So I don't want to take any more pills. 1, 2, look, me wanting to lose 5 to 10, okay, bitch, put down the donut. You know what I'm saying? Get your, you know what I mean? Like, but that's right for me, given, like, my frame right now. And I tend to, for the most part, have pretty decent eating habits. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna, given the society we live in. Also, okay, Eli Lilly, y'all did this ad. It's a bunch of other motherfuckers making similar drugs at this juncture. Like, so what? Like, this is just, I wish I could come up with the fucking word that I'm thinking of, but I'm like, y'all could just go ahead and sit down someplace. How about this though? Fucking develop a drug that's just a little slightly different but doing the same thing. Since you're saying this drug wasn't made for that, clearly motherfuckers want it. So get in the lab. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Viagra was not made to make people's dicks harder when they don't work naturally. It was a heart medication, and they determined that it's also keeping these old men dicks hard. Okay. So now then people started taking it. So the idea that it wasn't created for this, who fucking cares what it was created for if a side effect is people out here looking snatched? Everybody finna start taking this shit.
And clearly people are willing to take the fucking chance because, we don't know what long-term use looks like right now, although diabetics have been taking it for however motherfucking long, so there's some indication there. But get your asses back in the lab and tweak some shit. Like, what's up? Don't do that.
No, I don't judge people for. It was when Ife was on here. Ife even told us how much it costs per month. That's what we discussed.
Because there's a bunch. There's other ones out there. There's some that are a little bit more affordable. Mm-hmm. But also to your point, you ain't just running to the Piggly Wiggly to pick up this shit up. Like, you have to get a prescription. So whatever. There is a barrier. Okay, so have that conversation with the doctor.
I want to point out to y'all real quick. There's a new medication.
Go.
Lord Jesus. So, I full disclosure, I'm on a medication right now called Oprah. It's basically the 3rd generation of preventative medication you take to prevent you from contracting HIV. So the first one that was available was called Truvada. It was this blue pill. You take it every day. If you take it every day, you pretty much cannot contract HIV. But you had to go back every 2 months to get your kidneys checked because for some people it was hard on their kidneys.
I remember saying that.
So there was a lawsuit they knew this and knew that they could alter the drug so that it wasn't hard on your kidneys, but it was going to be expensive to take the other one off the market. So they kept it on the market, and there was a lawsuit, right? Of course, money always at the heart of it, right? So they came out with the second version. It was called Descovy. Descovy, you take it, it's not hard on your kidneys, but you still have to take the pill.
I've seen all the commercials.
Yeah, so you have to take that every day as well. So then Apretude came out. Apretude, you go in every 2 months, they give you an injection, and that's it. You don't have to take a pill every day. So I've been on Apretude, I think, for over a year. So I have a friend who always gives me the tea on basically in these gay horse streets. So he the one that told me about Truvada, and then he told me, okay,
I can hear you.
So yeah, he's the one that told me about Truvada, and then every subsequent version that came afterwards. So he's the one that told me monkeypox was hitting. I didn't even know. He was like, nigga, you need to go get that monkeypox vaccine. So he keeps me healthy with all the tea. So we were hanging out the other day, and he goes, "Hey man, have you heard of?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What is out now?" He's like, "Have you heard of Doxypep?" I'm like, "No, that sounds like a soft drink."
I'm back.
He said, "Okay." He said, what Doxypep is.
Doxypep, nigga?
Doxypep. The Doxy part, because look, I just tell y'all my fucking business. So when I heard the word doxy, I was like, doxy as in doxycycline? And he was like, yeah. I said, nigga, I took that when I had chlamydia like 5 years ago. That was the antibiotic that they gave me. So he said, no, it is.
Look, listen and learn, okay?
Look, I'll put my business out there to help people protect themselves. Because I used to tell people about Truvada, and they would be like, why don't they get that to everybody? And I'm like, you have to tell, your doctor has to think you're a whore out in these streets before they put you on it. So what Doxypep is, Doxypep is an altered form of doxycycline, and it means that it's a morning after pill. If you have unprotected sex, and you take Doxypep within 72 hours, it pretty much prevents you from contracting chlamydia, gonorrhea, or syphilis. So, yeah, I'm like, they really.
They got something on the market to stop from the H1, because that's the one that's like 1 in 4, 1 in 5.
Yeah, that they still, I'm shocked that they haven't come up with one for that yet. But it sounds like it's on the horizon. And also there seems to be less of a stigma attached to that. If y'all don't know, we're talking about herpes. There seems to be less of a stigma attached to that one as of late, because I know they picked Jesus. If they me and a friend used to joke about the fact that
Jason said they still biting. I'm sorry, Antoine. Keep going.
We used to joke that if they called herpes the cool instead of herpes, like, hey man, I got the cool, people would be like, oh man, it's all right. You just take a pill, and then if you have an outbreak or whatever. But yeah, the name is just, it makes it sound really gross. But y'all know statistically, 1 in every 3 Americans has either. 1 in 3? I thought it's 1 in 4. No, it's 1 in 3. Well, no, here's where the confusion comes.
Oh, Jesus.
1 in 3 either has the oral or the genital version of it.
I call it top lips and bottom lips.
Yes, but here's the thing that people don't know. You have people walking around thinking they better than somebody else because they be like, I just get cold sores. And it's like, bitch, if you have a cold sore and you suck a dick, they can get the oral version of it on their genitals. So guess what?
I think my mom's still awake.
Crescent, this is educational.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember I ain't gonna say which family members, but I was having a discussion, and they try and say that this didn't happen, but it did. I have an excellent memory when it comes to this nasty shit. So I was like, yeah, the reason a lot of STDs are so common is because people are uneducated. And I said, do you know how many people I've talked to and I've explained to them that you can get gonorrhea and chlamydia in your throat and not be non-reactive to it and go around sucking dick and be passing it around to everybody. And one of them said, that's not true. And I said, this is what the problem is. This is what the problem is. Because with us, with gay dudes, when we go to the doctor, when they do our STD checks, you got to do an anal swab. They do a swab in the back of your throat. And I'm like, they need to do this shit to everybody.
I mean,
but they don't. They just have, when the average person goes to the doctor, they do a blood test and they have you piss in a cup. They need to be testing everything because, yeah, people are stupid. They don't fucking know.
Wait, look, Callum said, Antoine, you need your own spinoff series. He needs my reaction face. That's his face. I need to react to what's being said.
Woo! And look, the monkeypox one, when I tell you.
Do you remember when we were talking about monkeypox and demon sperm? Keep going, I'm sorry.
Nigga, so I ain't never seen so many crackers in South Central in my fucking life.
I remember that.
When my buddy who told me about Truvada told me, he's like, man, these monkeypox cases you need to get vaccinated for it. And I was like, I ain't heard nothing about it. He was like, you're going to hear about it real soon. So then I did my research and I saw what it looks like when you have it. Now, if you have chlamydia or you have herpes or you have gonorrhea or whatever, a person can't look at you and tell that you got it. Monkeypox?
That shit right there.
Woo! Monkeypox is no joke.
Please remind me exactly when did that like bubble up as an issue? Because I want to say Trump was in office. And the
monkeypox?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when Trump. It was definitely when Trump was in office.
So once again, reason number 2,655, we don't need him back in office because of monkeypox.
Yeah.
Monkeypox.
Yeah.
Showed back up.
Yeah. Okay. It was, but something that's outwardly, it's like when you have something that's on your face and your arms letting people know you fucked the wrong person and contracted something. Everybody was in South Central getting that fucking vaccine. And you had to get it twice. You had to go get 2 shots. Yeah, so I'm here to keep y'all safe,
Jason said, do you know what will make you more careful? When you go to jail and they put the long wooden Q-tip up into your shaft. Okay, alrighty.
Also, if you can, and this isn't foolproof, but if you can, if you do have unprotected sex with someone, try to urinate right afterwards, because a lot of times there's a chance that, at least I think with chlamydia, if you clear out your urethra, it lessens the chance of you contracting it. Because if it just sits there, it propagates and it multiplies, and because it's a bacterial infection.
Take notes.
Or you know what? Put a fucking condom on and you won't have to worry about it for the most part.
There you go.
But last thing though, the thing that I have to emphasize, people will go out and suck dicks and think they're having safe sex. And you are not having safe sex if you are sucking a dick without. And then they'll be like, you can use a dental dam or you use a condom. And I'm like, people are not out in these streets sucking dick with condoms on them. They're not. So
look, as Bilal says, when did we stop using condoms? Apparently when you're sucking dick. So whatever. I don't.
Yeah. So be careful out there.
There was a guy with undiagnosed HIV that caught monkeypox on his nose. It was horrific.
You can get a yeast infection in your nose and your belly button.
Okay, we're moving on. I don't want any more.
Yeah.
I don't want to know anymore.
Okay.
Oprah special on Ozempic. So, we already talking about rolling off.
Lying ass billionaire.
We've already talked about Oprah rolling off the WeightWatchers board because she is taking a weight loss drug.
She on the shots
or not. We don't know. However, she is doing a special called Shame, Blame, and the Weight Loss Revolution, which will air later this month, March 18th on ABC and then on Hulu. So, then there was an article in The Root. Was that The Root? I think it was The Root.
That article was terrible. It was just a hater. They were just hating.
But so this is what the headline was. Done with Weight Watchers, Auntie Oprah now wants to teach us about Ozempic. Who will tell her to sit down? I was just like, what? And then this is what she says, why Antoine says hater, right? We've been doing this dance with Oprah for decades. These drugs may actually work, but there's something about this whole situation that just feels disingenuous. I truly hope Oprah finds a place where she feels completely comfortable with her body. But at this point, I need her to calm down and let the rest of us find our own way, because when it comes to weight loss, I can't trust or believe her anymore. Part of me wants to ask, how old is this person who wrote this article? But I'm not.
Yes.
I already have a heads up. I have an idea. So you look, holler back at me when you get to a certain age and it's hard for you to fucking keep a couple fucking pounds off, okay? So stop it. Oprah can do whatever. I mean, look, she came clean. She rolled off the motherfucking board.
She did.
She looking snatched. Leave this lady alone. And
it's fine, because what happens is times change. You know, we had a keto diet people on. She lets you know what's available. And the thing is, Weight Watchers does work. It wouldn't be around if it just didn't work. It don't work for everybody. But she did keep some weight off with Weight Watchers. So to act like, okay, you know what, real quick.
No. I was laughing because he said hard transition.
Oh, no, well, but you put up the question I want to answer for him, the last one. So
whatever happened to the warts? And the murder bees?
There's an HPV vaccine. I've taken it. For warts, the vaccine. You can take a vaccine for HPV.
What about the murder bees?
Murder bees. Well, the murder bees aren't as big of a problem as people think that they are. They don't market the HPV vaccine to men the way that they should. And a lot of times men are giving HPV to women, and that shit can turn into cervical cancer. So it's important. You could get hepatitis vaccine, HPV, and shit. I forget the third one. I'm vaccinated to the fucking hilt, nigga.
This was supposed to be an hour episode, okay?
I know. When I go into sex education mode, I want my niggas to be safe.
I do too, but we just need the sex education segment, okay?
We're going to do a very special episode where I just get it all out my system, and then I can just refer to it whenever I need to.
There you go. We'll get these chapters going. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or at least I can carve it into the show flow time. You know what I mean? Just help me, okay? Help me help you. So, moving on. Another crazy Katie. All righty. So, a couple stories about this lady. And y'all remember State of the Union. And then the Republican response was the Senator Katie Britt. So, sorry, where are we at? SNL parodied, and it was great. So Scarlett Johansson showed up, and some memorable lines from her. And who's married to Colin Jost, by the way, in case some people didn't know that. They're like, how did they get Scarlett Johansson on such a short notice? Because she's married to Colin Jost.
Yeah, he has fantastic hair also. I don't know. He got a full head of beautiful hair.
I do like him. So, couple lines from her cold open. She says, "Good evening, America. My name is Katie Britt, and I have the honor of serving the people of the great state of Alabama. But tonight, I'll be auditioning for the part of Scary Mom." She continues, "I'll be performing an original monologue called 'This Country is Hell.'" Then she continues, "You see, I'm not just a monster. I'm a wife. I'm sorry. Oops, I gave it away. She said, you see, I'm not just a mother. I'm a wife, a mother, and the craziest bitch in the Target parking lot." Then, I love this part, she broke into full QVC mode, and she started to hawk like a diamond necklace that says, "Goes with anything. You can wear from the church to the club." Oh, God. And then, the American people who are struggling right now, know this. We hear you. We see you. We smell you. We're inside your kitchen right now looking through your fridge. And what's that on the top shelf? Migrants. It was good. And then at the end of the skit, they did the get out with her with the
yeah, with the coffee cup and the
yes.
spoon.
And then they cut to Kenan Thompson, looking like, oh boy, with the eyes wide and looking crazy. You know who they should have cut to is the dude who plays Tim Scott. They should have cut to like that character with his eyes
Oh
wide. I'm
yeah.
like, that shit would have been funny. SNL, take notes, okay?
Oh my god.
So, but all in all, great performance from Scarlett Johansson. Thank you very much. Because everybody was like, oh, who gonna do it? Who gonna do it? And they're like, we got you. Then more information from this heifer. So, okay. So y'all remember when Senator Katie Britt was telling this goddamn story, this horrific,
Yep.
and very deliberately and very like specific detail about the sexual assault situation, right? So, and I guess I'm like, when you memorize a monologue, I guess you're like, okay, these are the details I need to make sure I hit. So, and a couple of you guys noted in the chat, y'all were like, this don't sound right.
Right.
So, definitely a few people were like, I don't know. And yeah, look, instincts were dead on. I was like, she's out here like Jussie Smollett, except this is a real life sexual assault victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least in Jussie's case, there was no real victim. In this instance, this bitch is talking about somebody who was really sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
So shortly after the address, there was a viral social media post by this guy named Jonathan Katz. And I came across it. I was like, oh, wait, what's this? Because I remember everybody in the chat talking about, this don't sound right. So he looks into it. He was like, yeah. So I'm going to just let y'all remember some of the things that Senator Katie Britt said. Part of her speech. The American dream is now a nightmare for so many families. Then our families are hurting. Our country can do better. And you don't have to look any further than the crisis at our southern border to see it. President Biden inherited the most secure border of all time. No, he didn't. But minutes after taking office, he suspended all deportations, halted construction of the border wall, and announced a plan to give amnesty to millions. We'll see. We know that President Biden didn't just create the border crisis. He invited it with 94 executive actions in his first 100 days. When I first took office, I did something different. I traveled to the Del Rio sector of Texas, where I spoke to a woman who shared her story with me. She had been sex trafficked by the cartel starting at age 12. She told me not just that she was sexually assaulted every day, but how many times a day she was sexually assaulted. She didn't say sexually assaulted. She said the R word, which I refused to saying because she kept saying it and it was stressing me out. So then she gives that crazy ass description, which just was horrifying. Then she continues. We wouldn't be okay with this happening in a third world country. This is the United States of America. And it's past time we started acting like it. She cleaned it up. President Biden's border crisis is a disgrace. It's despicable, and it's almost entirely preventable. So I'm going to say this. When she first told the story, and I'm listening to her, I was like, so where was the woman? Where did this happen? Like, even then I had questions about the story, but I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, this is not adding up, but I'm going to keep it pushing. Nigga. So this was a woman. Her name is Carla Jacinto. There she goes. Thank you. She's an activist. And she testified before Congress in 2015 where she shared her story. And she was 22 when she shared it. So she was trafficked in Mexico from 2004 to 2008. That was during George W. Bush's presidency. She was also not trafficked by drug cartels, but by a pimp who was a part of a family who kidnapped young girls. Okay, still bad. But again, you was all clear about these goddamn details, but clearly weren't completely. So they did meet, the senator and Jacinto, when in 2023, there was a trip to Del Rio, but it was like her and like 3 or 4 other women. And so I'm sure there was a conversation and she probably shared the story, but the way that Katie tells it makes it sound like this shit happened like last motherfucking week. And it just was, it just gave you a picture that was not entirely fucking accurate.
It was in a group setting. She didn't say this directly to this bitch. It was in a group setting. The way she told it, it's like this woman was going through something and really wanted to share her story with her directly and spoke, about the travesty that's happening here in America. It's like, if you tell that story and you don't connect it to the president in some way, it clearly means you're trying to mislead people into thinking that this happened on his watch. And when she's being interviewed about it, she keeps doubling down and saying, I told you that it was a woman that was assaulted when she was 12. Okay, what does that have to do with Joe Biden?
She's like, I didn't say a teenager. I didn't say a young woman. Like, right. Like, she keeps, and then she
apologize.
She's like, it's disgusting to silence the voice of telling the story of what it's like to be sex trafficked. Bitch, the impression you're given is that this should happen on Joe Biden's watch. And because of border policies, that this is what's popping off. But that's the reason why I was like, so this whole cartel thing, did this happen in Texas? Like, I'm like, what are you even talking about?
Why are you talking about Mexican problems when you're trying to vilify the president with border issues? This has nothing to do with the border. It has nothing to do with anybody here. This is a problem in Mexico. Trafficking is a problem, but if you want to chastise the president, talk about some shit that happened here in America on his watch that involves sexual assault. These people stay fucking lying, and their constituents do not hold them accountable. Every woman, any woman that in some way thought that they would support this ignorant ass motherfucker should take back any allegiance they had, because she is out here just spouting lies. She's making shit up.
And sorry. So then also, and if you want to talk about sexual assault, as Antoine's saying, and trafficking, talk about that. Do not make it as part of your motherfucking political, like, fucking agenda, because that makes it even fucking worse. And to that point, Carla says, she was like, I hardly ever cooperate with politicians because it seems to me that they only want an image. They only want a photo, and that's not fair. And with regard to this heifer Katie, she goes, I think she should first take into account what really happens before telling a story of that magnitude. Someone using my story and distorting it for political purposes is not fair at all. Like, y'all have no shame. Like, no fucking ever. No, she ain't gonna apologize, because they don't apologize.
It's so serious. Like, this isn't like you mispronounced somebody's name. You misrepresented this woman's traumatic situation, and you said this shit on international television, and you got it wrong. Like you have to be held accountable for that shit.
Well, and here's the thing, because she's a lawyer, right? And so it's the lining up of the words, which is why I deliberately, like, repeated what she said in terms of how she structured what she was sharing.
Yeah.
Right? So of course you automatically go to, oh, well, this must have happened when Biden was in office.
That's exactly what you would have thought.
Very deliberately. But at the same time, since you didn't directly say that, you're giving yourself some wiggle room. That's some lawyer shit. Like, I'm clear about what the fuck you doing, but it's trifling. And this was a very deliberate, like, mislead. Like, that was your whole fucking point. And you're using this woman's story. Come on.
Well, the dumber part, here's what I don't get. Unfortunately, there is someone here in the United States that I'm sure that you can find who fought, and she even the woman who was misrepresented,
Carla,
she said there are women here with that story. I'm just not one of them. So the laziness, if you wanted to tell that story, find someone who actually lived that story and share that story with us. What the fuck was the purpose of this?
But, and this is the other thing too, that's what I'm saying. So if you really care about sexual assault, if that's what you really care about, as Scarlett noted, which is what I'm about to say, Britford wife also needs to explain why it's terrible when an immigrant rapes someone, but when President Trump does it, what?
Exactly.
And that was the thing. So Nancy Mace had her ass on George, not slop-onophagus, okay? Step-onophagus today, like over the weekend, and was trying to, like, and he was like, so you were a victim of sexual assault, but you're supporting a president who's been convicted of sexual assault.
Yes.
So you could have seen this woman's head trying to, like, and she kept doubling down herself on
trying to backpedal and pussy pop on television.
Right. And so she's like, you're not going to shame me as a sexual assault survivor about my political choices. He was like, I'm not doing that. I'm asking you, how is it that you're okay supporting a person who's been convicted of sex? She was like, it wasn't criminal. Girl, that's
my God. So that's where
you want to draw the line? Okay. So just completely disingenuous. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't. And it's sad. Like, of course, girl, everybody feels for you being a sexual assault victim. You have people's sympathy there. But who you support politically? Why are you justifying this? Like, you're okay just turning yourself inside out to support this fucking monster? Okay.
Terrible.
Speaking of king of the deplorables, so as with again in response to the State of the Union, Trump said it was an angry rant, and this is what I love. He said the whole of Biden's presidency is a miserable nightmare. The projection that comes off of this man is insane. Because I'm like, I would have been like, give me an example. What's the miserable nightmare that's happened since you left office? Because as far as I can tell, shit is a lot better than it was 3-4 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Called him the most incompetent and the most corrupt president in American history. Again, projection, because that's you, B. Then, this is the part that was really horrible. 2 nights ago, I'm quoting him, 2 nights ago, we all heard Cricket Joe's angry, dark, hate-filled rant of a State of the Union address. Again, that was yours, but whatever. Didn't it bring us together? Bring the country together? This motherfucker made fun.
That's terrible.
Stutter. Okay?
That's terrible.
No, he's a threat.
And the crowd laughed.
Well, of course they did. That's because they're all deplorables. He's the king of the deplorables. And so what I just wrapping us up, Robert De Niro was on Bill Maher. Robert De Niro called him a total monster. Said he's actually a mean, nasty, hateful person. I mean, I know this, but thank you for repeating it. Also called him a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist who's very dangerous and wants to be a dictator in America. Talk your shit, De Niro. Thank you. So it's just gross. And so anyone who's even like stuck, right? Like you can't be stuck as between these two men. You cannot. How you gonna make
it's not okay. It's not okay.
What about that is presidential?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing about him is presidential. Even when he was president.
I'm losing, like, the fact that, like I said on the last episode, the reverse doesn't happen. The name calling, the stooping to just these low standards, hitting below the belt, calling people's wives ugly.
Look, the targeting of people who don't agree with you, right?
Yeah.
Like if Trump calls you out about something, all of a sudden now you're getting hate mail. You getting people coming to your door.
It's dangerous.
It is.
It's dangerous, So yeah, and the fact that people are okay with this is just it's scary.
Yeah. Tony said we just need to give up trying to keep to an hour. We did it when we first came back. It can happen. Okay? Can't find his comment. Oh, here it is. We can do it, Tony. We did it.
We have to.
Yeah, we are. Because I'm what time is it? 11 something? It's 11:30. I gotta go. So yeah, Wednesday, TikTok. Now, I'm gonna say this, Biden. If you really try to lose the fucking you vote, fuck with TikTok, okay? Please leave TikTok alone. Like, we gonna worry about it.
I'm 50 and I don't fuck with TikTok.
And that's fine, right? But while y'all talking about like concern with spine and all this shit, okay, if you got a smartphone, stop talking to me. Please stop talking to me.
Oh, you're saying, I misunderstood what you meant. You saying if you want the young vote, don't fuck with TikTok, leave it alone. Yeah, I don't know. The hypocrisy.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Coming up Wednesday, this whole TikTok conversation.
She said niggas gotta go to sleep. I'm so tired. I got 3 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah, exactly. He created a TikTok account last week. Why you banning it? We're gonna talk about it on Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Definitely like it. Like us. You see my sister string buzz. See Indiana.
No. I don't know, girl.
And I'm doing that.
Your name is Crescent, and you got that star on there with that pink crescent on there. I don't like you wear. Do you don't wear that in public, do you? Don't wear that shit.
I bought this from a place here in South Bend.
Okay, only wear it in South Bend, girl. Don't bring that shit to LA. You'll get in trouble.
We wrapping up.
Look, I already won't go to LAX with your ass. If you wearing that shirt, I ain't gonna walk down the street with you, so.
I'll make it in and out of the airport, okay?
No, it's a collective. It collectively, the two of us. I think, I don't know, when your name pop up and they see me, they gonna hear my voice and they gonna say something's wrong. They're up to something. I don't know.
I'll turn on my lawyer voice. We'll figure it out. Okay.
Oh.
Let's
Okay, y'all.
Let's see if the broadcast will end.
Yeah.